Hey everyone, how you guys are doing today? Long time no see. This is Mr. Hunt again. Today we're going to talk about the volume. We're going to talk about volume in a different kind of way today. You guys are going to look at, today's objective is finding the volume of a rectangular prism packed with cubes. Packed with cubes of a fractional edge lengths by using the amount of cubes and the edge length of each cube to determine the dimensions of a rectangular prism in whole units. Basically, what that's saying is that you guys have to figure out the volume of a box, then figure out the volume of tiny cubes that are going to fit in this box, and then figure out how many cubes you can get to fit into a box. Imagine that you have a plastic box and you have ice cubes that you're trying to fill up in this box. Well, ice cubes are smaller than your box. So, how many ice cubes can you stack in this box? And you're going to do that today. Okay, so previously, let's read along here. The first bullet says previously we knew how to determine the amount of a fractional unit cubes that could be packed within a rectangular prism by determining the amounts that would fit alongside each dimension and then multiplying. Now we have to find the dimensions and values of a rectangular prism on the amount of fractional unit cubes that fit along each side, alongside each dimension. So here we go. For my example today, I'm going to use Shamira. Shamira has a box shown below. She would like to pack it with different ice cubes. Okay, so she wants to pack this box with different ice cubes. Now, first she has to find the volume of her box. The dimensions of the volume of the box are 2 units by 1 unit by 2 units right here. So the volume is length times width times height. The length I'm going to say is 2. The width I'm going to say is 4. The height right here I'm going to say is 2. So 2 times 1 is 2 and 2 times 2 is 4. So the volume of this box is 4 cubic units. Don't forget that when you're dealing with volume, it has to be cubic units, okay? Now that we know that, now we're going to look at, okay, we need to fill this up with with cubes that are smaller than the box. So what do? Here we go. It says first she starts with 1 unit by 1 unit by 1 unit cube. So as you can look over here, you see a cube that is 1 unit in length, 1 unit in width, and 1 unit in height. So we have our box up here, and now we're going to fill this box up with tiny cubes. So what is the volume of the cube? Well, the volume of the cube is 1 times 1 times 1, which is 1 cubic unit. So the volume of the cube is 1 cubic unit. Now, so how many of these cubes can fit into this box? Knowing that the volume of the box is 4 cubic units, the box is 4, and the cubes are 1, how many of these 1 cubic units can fit in this 4 cubic units? So the formula is this. It says how many of these cubes will she be able to fit in the box? The total number of cubes that can fit in the box are volume of the box divided by the volume of the cubes. I'm trying to put these cubes into the box, so it sounds like a division problem. So here we go. The total number of cubes that can fit in the box is 4, which is the volume of the box, divided by 1, the volume of the cubes. 4 divided by 1 is 4. Now we're going to do a little bit different problem using the same numbers for the box, but different numbers for the cube. It says now Shamira is going to pack this box with cubes that are 1/2 by 1/2 by 1/2. So the dimensions of the cube has changed. So first of all, what is the volume of the cube? We know the box from the original problem was 2 by 1 by 2. So that's 2 times 1 times 2, which is 4. 2 times 1 is 2, and 2 times 2 is 4, okay? Now we have that. I'm concerned about my image keeps blinking in and out. I don't know why that is. I'm sorry about that. I will look into that. But here we go. So the volume of the cube. The cube is 1/2 by 1/2 by 1/2. So 1/2 times 1/2 is 1/4, and 1/4 times 1/2 is 1/8. So the volume of the cube is 1/8 now, 1/8 cubic units. The volume of the box is 4 cubic units. Now we're working with fractions here. Remember, 1/8 cubic units. So what do we remember about dividing fractions? Dividing fractions is keep, change, flip. There are 2 problems in the independent practice that I've given you that you have to show me that you know how to keep, change, and flip, okay? So do those on independent practice. Remember, We talked about dividing fractions. It's like taking it to the restaurant. Kentucky Chicken Fried. Nobody wants Kentucky Chicken right now. Kentucky Fried Chicken right now because of the quarantine. Okay, here we go. At least I don't. I eat some Popeyes though. By the way, that fried flounder fish they got at Popeyes, it's the bomb. Okay, it's pretty good. I've been eating that Panera bread pretty much. I haven't had Chipotle yet, but I heard they do take call-ins. I hope you guys are trying to busy yourself, find something to do. I just been hanging out with my daughter. We've been jogging a lot, going running on the track. I'm gonna start bike riding this week. Just trying to stay busy, and I don't want to be depressed by staying in this house so much. Okay, here we go. Now, so I have a box that is 2 by 1 by 2. That's the total volume of the box is 4 cubic units. I have a cube that is 1/2 by 1/2 by 1/2. That is 1/8 cubic units. So here we go. Total number of cubes that can fit into this box. I'm trying to put these tiny cubes into this big box. I know the volume of my box. I know the volume of my little cubes. The box is 4 cubic units. The cubes are 1/8. So 4, how many 1/8s can go into 4? So this is the division problem. The total number of cubes that can fit into the box is the volume of the box divided by the volume of cubes. The volume of the cubes, so the volume of the box is 4. The volume of cubes is 1/8, I'm sorry. So 4 divided by 1/8. So I got to make 4 into a fraction. That's 4 over 1. So now I have 4 over 1 divided by 1/8. I have to keep change flip now. Keep changing flip is right here. Here's the keep change flip. Right there. There's your keep change flip. Keep the 4 over 1, change the sign to multiplication, and flip the back. 1/8 now becomes 8 over 1. So now 4 times 4 is what? 32. 1 times 1 is 1. I have now right here 32 over 1. Let me see if I can erase this here. Okay. Bam. Okay. Yeah. So I have now 32 over 1 right here, and 32 over 1 is nothing but 32. So 32 cubes can fit into my box now. 32 cubes. These cubes that are now 1/2 by 1/2 by 1/2, they're a lot smaller than the previous cubes that I had before, which were 1 by 1 by 1. So I can get 32 cubes in this box. So remember, find the volume of the box, find the volume of the cube, divide the volume of the box by the volume of the cubes. That's how many cubes can fit into this box. Okay, that's how you find it. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I really do miss you guys. I miss teaching. I miss talking to you guys, checking on you, seeing how everything's going. But we're gonna make it through this. Okay, guys. Stay safe. Make sure you're wearing your gloves. You got your face mask on and everything if you got to go out. But stay safe. Okay. And we'll talk more tomorrow, and I'll start giving a lot more shout outs tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed your spring break. All right. God bless. Miss you guys. All right. Miss you. Love you. God bless.